Hello. We're going to look at the second stage of the retrograde, the creation of identity. Identity is the process of imprinting the goal we want to become into our unconscious mind. Creating an identity as a retrograde 100 million a month beneficiary. In the last video, we talked about the process of dismantling the self-consciousness that controls us. Self-consciousness is the product of evolution, which is made to survive by combining different processes and knowledge. This self-consciousness ignores the hurtful information that it invokes. But these wounds build up in the unconscious, and it suppresses our freedom to move forward. The dissolution of self-consciousness can be resolved through 3 stages: exploration, recognition, and transformation. If you have dismantled your self-consciousness, you must fill it with your identity. Let's start building a 2-stage identity to the retrograde. Identity refers to the specific appearance or state in which you want to be yourself. Changing your identity changes your behavior and your thoughts, and as a result, you can get closer to success and happiness. Most of these identities are achieved through awakening. The author, Jucheong, said, "I want you to be as rich as you are when my mother dies." It is said that he was able to awaken at that time because he made a will. And people who are self-made say they have something in common, that an event has completely changed their lives. But the chances of all of us encountering this kind of awakening are low. He said he doesn't even think about taking it as an opportunity. If you can create an event that artificially changes identity, it's claimed to be a retrograde. There are 3 ways to change this identity. First, I repeatedly read the stories of successful people in similar situations to me to make an indirect hypnosis. Second, it is to design the environment using the psychology of fear of social reputation or loss. Third, it is to enter a group related to the field I want and be influenced by the group's unconsciousness. But the process of changing identity is not easy. We must dismantle our self-consciousness, establish new identities, and constantly repeat the appropriate behavior. Through this process, we can become a retrogressor and gain greater possibility and happiness than our successors. There is no single set of ways to change identity. Different people can have different ways. But in general, I think following the following principles can help. Clearly define your target identity and act accordingly. Identity refers to the appearance or state in which you want to be yourself. So, if you define your goal identity specifically and repeat the behavior that fits it, you can change your identity. For example, if you want to be a healthy person, you should exercise and take care of your diet consistently. Look up stories of successful people in similar situations to me and imitate them. With indirect hypnosis, it is repeatedly reading or listening to the stories of successful people in situations similar to mine. This way, you come to believe that their identity and behavior can be applied to you, and you actually do. For example, if you want to be rich, read or listen to the success stories of the rich. Humans have mirror neurons. Just by looking at other people's actions, the brain reacts similarly to what you do yourself. Reading a good self-improvement book is one of the things that makes good use of this. The author also said that the easiest area to change identity is reading related to himself, belong to a group related to the field I want, and interact with them. Identity is often socially formed. So if I belong to a group that is involved in the field that I want, and I interact with them, you can change your identity under the unconscious influence of the group. For example, if you want to be a writer, join a group of writers or communicate with them. The author of the book also emphasized designing the environment around me to change my identity. These examples are some ways to change your identity. I hope you find a way that works for you too. And the author goes one step further and says distrust of free will is important. Humans believe they have free will, but this is just a defense mechanism to take responsibility for their actions and judgments. In fact, humans are beings driven by instinct and unconsciousness. By letting go of the illusion that you have free will, you can recognize and improve your flaws and limitations. Also, you can understand and forgive others' actions and decision-making. While acknowledging that you don't have free will, you don't conform to your instincts and unconsciousness, but you go against them. I believe that this is possible through environmental settings and repetitive executions, and that you can achieve your desired goals. I've set my sights on identity at 100 million per month. I'm still lacking a lot, but I'm trying to practice the process of becoming a retrograde. And it's never impossible for you who watch this video. It will be a better day than yesterday. Next, we'd like to talk about the third step in becoming a retrograde: overcoming gene malfunction. Just as self-consciousness controls humans, it behaves by genes that evolved from primitive times. Let's find out how this can ruin our lives and overcome this malfunction. I'll be rooting for you to create an identity that you want.